Who'd like to start it out?
Mike, get the ball under 4 minutes. Obviously the win is important, but what does it mean to have Robert and everybody execute the way you did, clock management, and just do it almost to a T perfectly there?
Well, you almost had to. You know, we had to make some plays. I thought everybody kept their composure for the most part, and you know that's what you're hoping as the year goes on, that you're able to make the plays that we made, and the guys believe in themselves, and collectively, you know, you got to work as a unit to get it done like we did in that fourth quarter.
Mike, when you take a look at everything surrounding this football game and the way you guys came back, how big is this win?
Well, I think every game is big, but we sure need it after being 1-4. You don't want to dig yourself a bigger hole than we already have dug. So to have this win and to do it today the way we did it is a testament to our players.
What did Robert show you today that he hasn't maybe earlier this season, and was that the best you'd seen him play in a while?
Well, I think everybody saw what we did today. We were able to run a little bit more, keep a good defense, fairly honest, and he made some big plays. He was able to run the ball. He competed in the running game and made some big-time throws on the run. He led us on a great drive there, the final drive to put us in the end zone, and we kind of picked up the pace a little bit and kind of get them a little bit tired, I think. I think they were a little tired there in that couple of those hurry-up type modes and kept them a little bit off balance.
Jordan Reed. What do you think it says about your depth and versatility on offense to get the contributions you did from Halou and Jordan Reed?
Well, anytime you get a tight end that has a game like that, I think it's very easy to see what type of ability he has. The ability to break off of linebackers and DBs and get open and run with the ball after he catches it. And Halou is a great change of pace with Alford because he has great speed and size. You could tell the defense was getting a little bit tired, and when Halou got the ball, he had the speed to not only break through tackles, but to get the ball quickly in the end zone. So I was pleased with our 1-2 punch there.
The story pretty much all week was the special teams coverage, and special teams gave up another touchdown, and then the onside kick was a near problem. Your assessment overall of that area this week?
Well, if you take a look at the punt return for a touchdown, we worked all week at kicking the ball out of bounds or hanging it high because he's going to make some plays. And it just shows you what type of ability a guy like that has because we worked very hard and our coverage was pretty good except for that play. You kick the ball too many times to him, he's going to break some off. And we worked on that all the time relative to that onside kick, and they did a good job executing it. It hit off one of our guys' shoulder pads, and they got it, and luckily they were offsides. But that's something we work on, and those things do happen. But I thought our special teams played extremely hard. I thought we executed our game plan well, except for that one punt return. But there was some great effort, guys with an excellent sense of urgency to give you a chance to do some good things.
Back to Halou. You seem to switch to him a lot in the red zone. What makes him a particularly good option down there?
Well, usually if you end up in the red zone, it's because you've been driving the ball down the field. And all of a sudden you're driving the ball down the field and you're feeding a guy like Alford or Robert run the ball. It's a good change of pace to have a guy like Alford go in, especially when Alford's a little bit tired. So, it was, like I said, it was a pretty good 1-2 punch to be able to have both those guys, and usually you put a guy in there at the end of the drive.
Mike, unlike a lot of teams, they got better, almost more productive when their backup came in. McCown did some things with his feet. How difficult is it for a defense to kind of switch gears when you have a different kind of player come in, and how do you think your guys did against it?
That's a good question because I think they had 40-something yards in the first half and probably over, 300 in the second half? Yeah.
59.
Man, you don't have to hit me with those stats so quickly. But we'll look at that film and figure out. But, I got to give him credit. He made some plays, and guys were covered, and all of a sudden we get out of our rush lanes, and they made some plays. He kept a lot of drives going, so that's something we're going to have to work on.
Have you seen situations, too, where, let's face it, they see a backup come in and guys relax a little bit? I'm not saying that in a bad way, but isn't that human? You see not Jay Cutler in there, you kind of relax a little bit.
Well, I think everybody, they don't want to see Jay hurt, obviously, for any length of time, but you obviously don't want him back in our game. But I don't know if it's that or his ability to diagnose that everybody's covered and make some plays with his feet. And all of a sudden you do that a few times, and all of a sudden you're not really sure what to call. And I think that's what he did today. Excellent job coming in as a backup and making plays. He was well prepared.
Mike, how do you think D'Angelo played in his matchup against Marshall today? And I mean, that sort of fits in with how he's done the last few weeks.
No, I thought D'Angelo played well. I thought he did a great job. I love the way he handled himself last week. He's been a team guy, and I've seen a lot of growth there, just the way he handles certain questions, and I just love the way he's competing. He's a team leader out there, and one of the reasons why we're able to win this game. I've seen him play this well before, but I like the way he's handled himself both on and off the football field.
Can you talk a little bit about the decision to have Fred Davis inactive today?
Yeah, we put another guy up for special teams that we thought would give us the best chance to win. It's always tough to deactivate somebody, especially when they're good football players. But since Fred doesn't help us a lot on special teams, we thought we'd go and get another special team player up. And a guy like Robinson came in and really did a good job for us today. A new guy that we asked to contribute, and I thought he did a great job with his speed getting downfield and help us in the special teams area.
Brandon Merriweather was flagged 2 more times today for launching himself into a defender. He seems to have a pattern of leading with his helmet. Is there anything you can do when a guy's been doing something like that for so long to help coach him out of that tendency?
Yeah, you're working on it. It's when you take off, where is the guy? Is he standing up? Is he going down? It's tough. It's one of those things that you want people to be aggressive, but you want them to hit lower, not only from mainly from the team standpoint. Not even talking about the possible injury or the possible fine, the things that go with it. But we got to eliminate those 15-yard penalties. And I know Brandon's going to work on it as hard as he can. He's a football player. He wants to contribute. He's just got to aim a little bit lower.
Mike, are you fearful at all that, given his history, he might be suspended now?
I sure hope not, because I know it's not intentional.
Between, I know it's just a game, but 2 and 4 and 1 and 5 going into next week.
Well, you just want to concentrate on each game. You can't really think about the records now. You want to play your best football, and to play the way our defense did in the first half with 46 yards given up, that was pretty impressive. I believe they only had 2 first downs, so that shows you our capabilities. We want to put a team in a one-dimensional game. I thought we were able to do that early, and all of a sudden, when there's some adversity, you got to find a way to fight back. And if you can win one of those games like we won today, guys believe when you do get a little bit down, you're going to find a way to win. So I thought that was important for us.
Mike, I know it's early and you just got off of one, but you make your return to Denver next week. Does that mean anything to you at this point, or is it too early to kind of process that in your mind, even though you've been back there, obviously, first game in that stadium?
Well, to be honest with you, we're going to enjoy this for about 24 hours, enjoy the win. And, Denver's got an excellent football team and get a chance to see them tonight a little bit. But it's big for us because we've dug ourselves a little bit hole. And we found a way to win today, and hopefully we can do that next week.
Coach, will you sit down and watch this game on TV, Denver game?
Oh, yeah. I'll get a chance to see most of it anyhow.
Switching gears, today was the annual Think Pink game, which is a tradition that Mrs. Snyder started years ago. Can you just talk about the Redskins' commitment to breast cancer and how this game has grown over the years?
Well, you can see the commitment. You can see what Tanya has done, Tanya Snyder, for breast cancer. She's there at our facility with a lot of different people, combined with Chris Cooley, who started it about 5 years ago. And you can see it just growing and growing. It looked like it was all pink out there today, and everybody's involved with it, and a great cause, and we're happy that we can help in some way. And as I said, Tanya's done a fantastic job, leading the charge. Okay.